Hey everybody, quick little beginning here. The first 5 to 10 minutes of this review got corrupted, so we had to kind of start over and just kind of recap what we talked about real quick. Luckily, a lot of that was just us bullshitting, so you didn't miss much. We just kind of had to recap what we did talk about, and that's why this one starts a little weird. Enjoy! Dr. Stone! What's up?
Sorry, I had to fix the shit.
Alright, Dr. Stone again! To recap, Thurman thinks Senku cut off his fingers. I don't. He's in the fucking epicenter. I'm good at predicting One Piece. You're good at predicting the other ones. Fucking Ben 10 power system quirks. God damn it. He was right. I was wrong. Continue. And then you were talking about the villains.
Okay, so all of what he just said will be added on to the video because we already have his thing crashed, right? So
if
I'm
it's not corrupted.
It's better. You already saved it before it crashed.
I pushed save, but laptops are funny that way. I'm just saying. That's why I fucking did a recap just in case.
Okay, so basically, long story short, is I really like the thing here because, truth be told, it's just like they're both people who are about to be petrified, and they're just like, and him, Mozu, who just got defeated, he's like, shit, you know what? I think when your boy Senku unpetrifies me, I would like to learn your fighting style. He was like, you know what? As long as you're human, as long as you want to, fucking
learn,
increase and learn and shit like that, the gates of my school will always be open. That's beautiful, man.
Sensei dojo shit for sure. And
that's good shit.
I definitely enjoyed that. It's nothing will fucking chill a motherfucker out about being about to die. It's like, maybe all of my assholishness was all for naught, considering my life is about to be over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's actually just fucking amazing, bro, because it's just like, shit. Whew, so good. These characters are so good. It's so good. Man. I love it. Man, okay, so, it's so funny. This chapter felt so short, but it was only
beautiful. The art of the explosion was really nice.
So, yeah.
And look, dude, this motherfucker calculated this shit out way too well, because look at how close the explosion was to the boat. He knew the exact fucking distance without any of the fucking technology that would allow him to know the exact fucking distance.
Yeah, so it's crazy because when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. So it's an actual explosion because the water is fucking flying up. Because when we seen it, it wasn't really an explosion. It was
a light explosion, but yeah, it must have some force behind it.
So that's some fucking force. That's some force. We're gonna need some Death Battle, Spirit Attack, pixel scaling on that.
Definitely.
That must mean imagine if they had a Senku in Death Battle. Be like, that must mean that Senku must have survived. 2.2 billion tons.
Even though that would be a move that they would pull though, because it doesn't make any sense at all. Actually he turned to stone, therefore none of the force of that explosion would have affected him. Senku is actually mountain level.
We measure distance and how far the explosion, and we do the surrounding width of the waves of the ocean. We can estimate that.
You're doing the voice so well too. What's up, Boomstick?
We can estimate that
no, I'm Boomstick. You're fucking Wiz.
We can estimate that survives 2.8 thousand tons of TNT. That's almost the same as the second bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
Hiroshima? That's neither of the fucking places that bombs were dropped on were called Hiroshima.
You know what I was trying to say, though.
You mean Hiroshima?
Yeah.
Hiroshima Mashima?
But the point being was that that's something similar to what they were saying. I point out a random fake, whether it's real or not, place. The point was that there was something they would do. They would say and Senku just stood there and survived it all. What a badass!
What a badass! Wow, I'd drink a beer with him.
So before people start attacking us, we are fans of Death Battle.
Everyone rips on Death Battle. There ain't a goddamn anime fan alive that hasn't been angry at them at some point.
And comics, video games, cartoons.
What was it? Ganon beat Bowser and you were upset about that?
Oh yeah, it was bullshit. We had a bunch of Ben 10 fans pissed that he lost the Green Lantern.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know enough about Green Lantern.
Support me.
But anyway, I do want to talk a little bit about the last chapter since we didn't get to. The motherfucker shoving the petrification device down that dude's throat, telling him to swallow it, and then being like, hey, you're going to turn to stone unless you get to the center of the island. That was some villainous shit and genius.
That's actually really funny.
Funny? I mean, it's genius. It's geniusly evil. You know, that's using, like, faith. You know, that's like how, like, priests back in the day would be like, I arbitrarily am the voice of God, so I don't know, go and fucking buy me some bagels or something.
Dr. Stone is so good at subverting my expectations. I really didn't think he's gonna make him swallow that. Like, that's just like,
oh wow. Yeah, that was phenomenal. And also, like, the last chapter confused me too, because when he was underwater, he thought the fucking, he was like 10 meters, 10 seconds or whatever, or 15 minutes. He thought it. He didn't just say it. So, like, is it voice activated, like everyone keeps saying, or does it have some sort of psychic element to it? Because he just thought that shit. He was underwater.
I don't know.
That was weird.
Well, I hope. Well, next chapter we'll probably figure out how it works. But
oh yeah, when Senku fucking tears this bitch apart and reverse engineers it, oh, I need that in my life. That, oh god, yes.
Well, one thing I really want to talk about too, I found it very funny that we made a whole joke about how we thought Ibra was gonna eat the thing, but he made someone else. I found that very funny.
Yo, yeah, everyone's like, oh, clearly Ibra's gonna eat the thing. Nah, bro. That's great.
That's actually really funny. Like, I was like, wow.
Yeah, but like, I just want to like reiterate, like, in case it is corrupted, because I haven't checked yet, that scene where he walks up and they're all posing, like, that's clearly, like, they're timing the rate of the explosion, right? And it's just like, God, like, that's so cool. I can just see Senku now, like, you know, all right, everyone's standing like this at this interval and count like this and blah, blah, blah. So, like, the way that they're standing, like, they basically created a human, like, ruler, right? Like, so, like, each person is, like, an inch mark. So it's, like, this many inches, that many inches. But, like, I suppose it'd be, like, a couple feet. I'm not too sure. Like, you know, 3 feet each or whatever. And then he can literally, because you know how Senku is with math. He's probably like, okay, that's, like, 30 feet per second. Or I imagine it's got to be semi-slow if he's able to, like, calculate that as it's coming towards him. But, like I said, he has to have had some sort of either Rube Goldberg contraption or just... He set up something clearly to de-petrify him, because I don't believe that there's anything that, you know, I don't think this series is going to go down that path of like, I made a anti-petrification shield, blah, blah, blah. You could do a lot, though. Like, you could, like, be like, oh, I doused my clothing with, like, I imagine, because listen, if you douse your clothing in liquid, it's still going to be dripping for a while. So, like, he could be as simple as, like, oh, before I got petrified, I just doused my clothing with the liquid, and then I got petrified, and then immediately unpetrified. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. I can dig it. I don't really know how. I'm interested to see how he does it, because it's gonna be either way. It's gonna be dope and well explained. Hopefully, because he hasn't let us down yet. Although the Sozu stuff we were wrong on.
Oh yeah. So we got a bit of his flashback. Bald boy. Yeah.
So, the question is, I'm curious. So, we only know from him, like, overthrowing him, but we don't know what led him to do this.
I imagine he seems to be the classic power-hungry villain so far. I'm not sure if he has anything deeper than that. But, I mean, like, he's literally, like, I don't know if you need to watch Black Mirror, bro. Yeah, but, like, he's pulling a Black Mirror where he's like, the baby's a witness, gotta kill him.
The baby's a witness. Because, I mean, that's smart, right? Because...
Is it? He's 2 or 1, I don't know. There's a level of paranoia where you go from smart to kind of sadistic.
It's fucked as shit. But he was like, he
did say that their bloodline has good memories, apparently.
Yeah. His bloodline is not for fucking remembering shit. And he's right. Like, from a baby, he remembers the smallest shit. So, I mean, if we're going to be honest with each other here, the guy's a fucking scumfuck. But he's not dumb. He
covers his bases.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, oh god, it's crazy, man. And then, you know, she kind of sets off with him on the boat, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, it was also metal as fuck that he just went over to that guy that ate the petrification device and just broke his stomach open to, like, get it.
Wow, this guy's fucking hardcore.
Yeah. It's very hardcore. It makes me wish that they didn't establish a couple chapters, you know, a couple 10, 20 chapters back that you can just duct tape these bitches back together and they're fine. Still the stupidest decision. It's not as bad as Rey magically being alive in Promised Neverland, but it's still pretty bad.
Or it's not as bad as Emma talking no jutsuing Norman out of being evil after he just killed a bunch of people. Or Emma
is that on Sasuke level? Because like with Sasuke, like when he attacked the Kage Summit, like he should have been like branded as like a fucking terrorist for life.
I mean, to be fair though, Sasuke. One thing I will give edgy Sasuke that his edginess never changed. He was a consistent
edgy through life.
That's the thing. You can give Sasuke shit for how shitty of a character he was, but the one thing you can give him is consistency. Consistency with his edginess. He stayed edgy from the entirety of the series. He didn't become evil, and it was like, oh shit, Naruto, I'm so fucking sorry. Let's be best friends. So, yeah, that's still bad. Promised Neverland's just shit. It's just awful.
And then he like fucked a baby into his wife and then never came back to the town ever again. He was literally a douchebag throughout the entire series.
So point being, Dr. Stone is better than Promised Neverland and
Naruto. It's hilarious. I've heard people say that before, by the way. That wasn't an original Red quote. Listen, Sasuke's a shitty father. Like you will see if you ever get that far. Get into Boruto. It's like a shitty spin-off, yeah. What's up?
Imagine watching Boruto for nothing more than the fights.
I mean, the fights are good. They put a lot of animation budget in that bitch.
Yeah, all the budget that should have went to, actual good series.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Let's see. But I loved this chapter. I like the simplicity of it. I like how most of the chapter is just him going onto the island in the aftermath of this, like, petrification. And, like, it has a very, like, lonely feel. Like, solid, what's it called? Not solidarity. What the fuck am I thinking of right now? Solitude. He's just on this island. I can see it in the anime now. It'd be, like, quiet and, like, no music. Just the sound effects, the crunching of his feet on the dirt. It's quiet. And you think that no one else is going to be there, but then he sees footprints and he's like, what the fuck? It was a good build up to like, and I had no idea. I was like, who the fuck is he going to be? Is it going to be someone that was like hid in the water and then came out? I did not expect, I was like, I kept thinking in my brain, I was like, someone must be off the island somewhere that's going to come back. No, Senku did something. And it just leads to this badass... Oh, yeah, we gotta talk about what Senku did with the fucking recording, trying to, like, use the megaphone, like, the speaker thing to, like, activate it, which apparently doesn't work because it has to be a genuine person's voice.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So it has to be up close and personal, basically.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure how close it has to be. Yeah, I guess so, because, the guy couldn't just... Inabra couldn't just fucking yell from the top of the boat. He had to fucking nosedive off of it, so I guess it does have to be, like, literally, like, whisper distance.
Which is crazy to me because, like, if you have to be close to activate it, that means you have to fucking activate it and then fucking toss it.
Yeah, and I suppose that's why the lady with the many pockets on her chest, that's probably why she, like, used it that way. Like, she had it on a rope, so she had to, like, whisper and then, like, throw it up. But also keep in mind that, like, you can say how many seconds you want it until it activates, so it's not too dangerous, because if you want, you could literally be, like, a minute, and then just set it down and walk away.
Yeah.
Like you said, 15 minutes with that one guy last chapter.
Yeah, okay. So that makes a lot of sense because it was just like, it's just like in his face.
Oh, yeah. When he thought it was going to activate, I was, beautiful.
That was you get scum fuck. This reminds me of a voice memo. You know how, like, I like to save memorable voice memos because they're so damn good?
Yep.
Right? So, remember the voice memo I saved of you where back when everyone
I'm so concerned what this is going to be.
Back when everyone made us think that they were actually going to do shit for the channel, and then we're at a level where we started hiring for the channel.
That should annoyed me. Yeah, David had a very wrong idea of what a YouTube channel was at the time. I love you, David, but we...
So I'm going to send this voicemail for you.
No, I'm not playing it, bro. Just summarize it.
You don't have to play it. You can play it afterwards.
But you're saying it on the video, therefore it must have something to do with what we're talking about, please.
Yeah. So basically, when I saw that shit, it reminded me of what you said here. You were like, sayonara, fuckwad.
Oh, that was when. Yeah, no, we got rid of someone from the Discord that I hated, right?
Yeah, you have to play it now. It's not bad. It's not gonna get demonetized.
Oh, it's all like fucking like shitty quality because it's been years.
Yeah.
Fuckwad. What was that, like 2017?
Bro,
I was mad, bro. Like, what the fuck was I so mad about? What was the context?
Because the dude was in the chat. He would just send memes and not talk like all the time. And you were just like, why is he sending memes all the time? Like, what? He's not doing anything productive for the chat. He's just in there and just fucking.
Oh, doesn't sound like fuckwad material. Why was I so angry?
Bro, the old you, man. The
and
old
you're saying
you.
That reminds you of what Senku did, or what are you talking about?
It reminds me of just when I saw that shit. It was just like that's the first. Imagine you and Dr. Stone. Just be like, if you got petrified, you're like fucking your quote or your like one-liner, badass like movie one-liner will be like
Sayonara fuckwad. Wow, so badass.
You say it so
I mean,
good.
if you want to know the kind of badass shit I would legitimately want to do in real life, like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, I've seen it in a couple anime, but, like, it's that thing where, like, a bunch of characters are jumping out of a window, and then one guy fucking, like, backflips out of it, like, sits on the sill, and then just, like, falls back. That shit's badass.
Ooh.
I love that. Karma does it in Assassination Classroom at one point, and I fucking loved it. But yeah, and Senku is such a badass here, because he's literally like, how's it going? Looks like you and I are the last two standing, buddy. Such a dick.
It's the final countdown.
Yeah, Senku, it's just going to be beautiful. Predictions, final thoughts on this one?
I'm sorry, you're gonna hate this, but I'm expecting like some fucking Senku fight right here. Senku battle of the brain.
You are so dumb.
Like, I have
this is not Senku is not a physical fighter, bro. Like no.
As a slut as myself, who's just a slut for a good fight,
it's not what this series is about, bro.
I need some Senku. I need some sort of like Senku, something equivalent to like this should be like Dr. Stone's version of Luffy versus Katakuri.
No.
Except
I'm gonna need you to backpedal off this cringe.
Never. I will
listen, bro.
Pedal my ass. I will literally fucking drive my ass through this cringe. Fucking through this cringe, fog of cringe. I will do it.
Thurman. This is why everyone roast him in the comments. This is why this motherfucker doesn't like Death Note. Because it's the only reason I can think of. Because it didn't have fights. Because he is like that low level, low IQ Jeb over here.
That joke is so outdated.
But I'm doing it because Justin usually likes it, and I looked over to see if he'd chuckle, but he didn't. He's smiling. Thank you.
Wait. I see. Oh, Justin, your roommate. I thought you were talking about Justin.
No, fuck that Justin. We don't talk about him.
Yeah. No. Wait. Why are you talking about Justin?
There can only be one, Thurman.
Yeah.
You tell that Justin he's way too fucking libertarian right.
I like the Justin with the beard. I like that Justin.
Yeah, they literally have opposite political beliefs as well. Like if you did that fucking spectrum test, like the Justin you're talking about, very Ben Shapiro-y. This Justin, very not.
Oh yeah, Justin Pepin. But anyway,
Justin finally had his cameo on the channel. He said, "Anyway, speak."
Oh well, no.
When I stop talking, you speak.
No. Shut the fuck up. Let me explain myself. When you said that, I legitimately thought Justin was gonna say something on the mic. That's why I stopped talking.
No, he's playing.
He said that you were like Justin has his first
Rim World. Oh, bro, a lot of rim. I was gonna say a lot of rim jobs in Rim World.
So it's funny because I correct myself. I said a smart battle version of Katakuri versus Katakuri. I did say that. You just ignored that.
No, Thurman. Like, he's not the type of character to have a battle. Like, unless we're talking like a Hunter x Hunter, like Kurapika style battle, where it's like setting.
That's what I meant.
Okay, well, but like Senku is not gonna throw a punch. If you think that's happening, you're wrong.
No, fool. He has many gadgets. Why do you think?
So you want him to Batman?
But literally, Usopp doesn't even has Usopp ever thrown an actual punch in One Piece? Like an actual punch?
I didn't know. I thought you meant like a fight. Like I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. Like Senku has had those. Like remember when he fucking fought to become like the leader of the village early on?
Well, I mean,
you were talking like he'd never had a fight, so I thought you were talking like a real fight, which is why I was cringing.
No, Batman Usopp fight time. I literally said a Batman Usopp version of Katakuri. I literally said that. I thought
you just said a smart version.
Yes.
That's not what... Bro, I'm losing it.
You better lose this before
if
you
I wasn't
lose it.
downstairs annoying the fuck out of my roommates, I would continue this argument longer, but I'm not going to. Final thoughts, predictions.
I had a gay joke I was going to say, but you kind of said
Do
that.
Do it, bro. Do the gay joke, as long as it's at my expense and no one else's.
Okay. So you're gonna say you're losing it. I was like, oh yeah, you're gonna lose it in this cock.
No, it's bad. You're right to not do it. Continue.
It's bad now because I have to explain it.
No, it would have never been good. I promise you that. You can't just add in this cock at the end of sentences and make it funny.
It would have been perfect if
I don't know. Also, I'm not in your cock. The cock would be in me. Like, nothing about the joke made sense.
Well...
No, there's no defending it. Just move on to predictions.
It would have been better if you let me finish it, but you had some thought and all that, so, like, I had it all in my head, and you were just like, do it, so...
So I peer pressured you.
Predictions. I already said my predictions. I'm gonna do a fucking fight right here.
I just think he's gonna like mind fuck him with gadgets, and because he still thinks it's sorcery. Keep in mind. So like, I think he's just gonna mind fuck him because that's what a Senku. Because fight is a broad word with a broad set of definitions. Okay, when Usopp mind fucked Perona in fucking Thriller Bark, it was like he literally won that fight by like putting a bunch of fake bugs on her, scaring her out of her like astral form, and then making a fake like 10-ton hammer and making her think he was strong enough to like wield that. Like it was all mind fuckery, and that counts as a fight. So like, yeah, sure. If you're talking a fight in that broad of terms, then sure, I'm sure we're gonna see some Senku, using all of his knowledge and intellect, like in the same way Rick fights from Rick and Morty, but like less extreme, like with his crazy gadgets and just like mind fucking people. So yeah, I don't mind seeing that. That would be amazing, considering Senku has no one else around him right now, and it really is just him. That would be cool as fuck. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it. I give it a this chapter. I'm gonna give it like a 9.
9 lip smacks out of 10.
Yes, 9 lip smacks out of 10.
This bitch has big old DSLs. Urban Dictionary that if you need to know what it means.
I have big lips. Yes, that is.
Do you know what DSL means, Thurman?
Yes, dick sucking lips.
I just wanted you to say it. I looked over.
And with that,
okay.